Every athlete has a defining moment where everything slows down. Time stands still. The moment you shape history and become immortalized. You enter Uncharted Territory. This is not that defining moment. It's the moments before.
The other leg. Oh my goodness. It's a bit hot.
It's always a hard process getting your suit on.
It's not usually a hard process, but in the middle of summer in Queensland, it's not a normal thing to be putting on a wetsuit, so it's very sticky. Oh, yeah. I'm just sweating, so it's so difficult. But I'm trying to be careful.
How thick is that?
It's actually not too thick. It's got different paneling, like the legs are thicker. They try and keep it quite thin on the arms, so it's like super flexible for like your mobility in the water. I'll see how we go. Hey Josh, can you help me put this on? Sometimes you just need someone to help you, and then...
That's what I'm here for, baby.
I said, keeping in mind, you're usually putting wetsuit on when it's actually quite cold.
What are your top 3 tips for open water swimming?
My top 3 tips for open water swimming would be to find some friends. I've got Josh and Milan here for some company. It's nice to do it in a group. Try and be consistent, especially through like racing season, so you can get, you know, so if you're not too overwhelmed, if it's something that stresses you out a bit. And I don't know, what's the third tip?
Swim in a safe environment.
Yeah, I mean, if you need to, you know, if you've got a race that's in the beach, you should go to the beach, and you know, sometimes that's not always safe, but you should try and, you know, swim between the flags and get some friends to make sure they know where you are. And but this is pretty safe. This is just a reservoir, so try and know the conditions that you need to race in, and then you can try and replicate it in training. one.
Wow.
Oh, I'm ready to take this off.
Weddies off.
It's tough. I feel like I'm going to be dehydrated for days.
I know, I was literally just thinking about that.
Oh gosh, I'm stuck now. I'm still sticky. It's going to be easy to take it off in the water, hey? Yeah, maybe. This is clearly for the cross training, not the racing. Gravel tyres.
How much gravel do you ride?
I've been riding a little bit of gravel this off season, but I mean, I do less and less as the racing comes up. And then when we go overseas, I can't do it because don't really have that much room for multiple bikes to head to Europe and America. So I try and do some here in Brisbane in the off season a little bit, which is good. It's super tough riding. The terrain, like in Brisbane in general, is really hilly, and then some of the gravel rides you can do is just insane. So it's super challenging, but I think it's good for your skills and yeah, obviously good for fitness too. So we like to do a little bit of it. I don't really think of myself as one of the favourites maybe before going into a race, because I mean I know what I've achieved in the past, but I also think that it's important to just, I don't know, go into each race and just focus on what you need to do, the processes you need to go through to get back into the podium or onto the top spot. So I never really think of myself as someone who's a favourite, because I'm just focused on what I need to do to get the best out of myself. So. Joshy, how did you get it over the valve thing? Feeling a struggle.
Use the tie lever. Use the lever.
I can do this. It's really difficult.
Second lever.
Yep. It's operation. Yes. First win of the morning. It was good. came from home up the steep side of Mount Glorious, and then I've been riding along Mount Nebo Road, which has been super nice this morning actually. It's so hilly road riding here, so sometimes, you know, the road bike is a super nice option because you can just do something different. It makes climbing a little bit easier other than the TT bike. So yeah, I often take the roadie out when I go on a hilly route like I did this morning. A training session like today where I'm kind of just in the hills and riding just aerobic, I just have to try and keep it as easy as I can, because when I hit the sessions on my road bike or on my time trial bike, I mean, I have to go pretty hard. So yeah, sometimes I ride these hills and just try and go pretty easy. Other times I actually try and head out to the bay or somewhere a bit flatter to try and keep the power a bit lower, to save myself for those big sessions where I have to put out some power. If it is really hot, especially in summer here in Brisbane, I would plan a route where you kind of know you can fill up some water bottles, and if there is no places where you can, just prepare adequately. Make sure your biddens are full, put one in your pocket, because the worst thing is to kind of get out onto your cycling route, not be well prepared with like fueling and water, and yeah, be in the middle of nowhere, kind of stranded. So I feel like it's super important to plan ahead and be really sensible with it, because you don't want to be out somewhere and just without the proper fuel, and it can really also just ruin the training that day, but also for kind of like days and weeks after that. I like the racing style of T100 because I feel like it's a test of endurance, but it's also super fast paced. I feel like it's a really good balance of the two, and I also really like the 2K swim, and also the fact that it's an 80k bike with a 20-meter draft rule, because I feel like it's more a good test of your cycling ability as well. And then I guess it's 18k, it's pretty incredible how many people are pushing that so fast, and I think it's only going to get faster. So just as like the all-round package, I feel like it's like the perfect distance and style, really.
So do you have any pre-race superstitions or rituals that you follow?
I mean, I don't really have any pre-race superstitions, and I'm pretty loose on the rituals as well, because I feel like we go to so many different places and countries, and they all are so different that if I got locked into one thing, I'd probably send myself crazy. So the main thing for me is just making sure my bike is fully dialed. I'm definitely going over that a lot of times, and you know, it's not a superstition, but it's probably more like a ritual of just going through that checklist in my mind that the bike's all sorted and it's ready to go. Reverse into here. Watch out, lady, I'm coming in. All right, let's go.
What do you guys do, Ash?
The best thing about Coles is their Vegemite scrolls. And if you don't like Vegemite, have it with some cheese, some avo. A Vegemite is a salty Australian treat, and it's got cheese in it, and the scroll is just like bread, all scrolled up. I'm searching for the 4 biggest ones. 2 for me, 2 for Josh. He'll be happy. I mean, we go through a lot of vegetables and a lot of fruit. Kiwi fruit, they're good for you. We have some of them though, I don't need to buy more.
Is there like a meal you and Josh have? Race or?
Nah, I mean, we always eat a lot of rice before racing. Good amount of protein, salmon, chicken, a vegetarian option. I mean, I feel like we eat a pretty balanced diet, but yeah, we definitely load up on quite a lot of carbs during the week to get through training. So, but yeah, a lot of fruit. Fruit doesn't last long in our household. We go through an embarrassing amount of peanut butter a week.
We don't always do this.
But sometimes.
So what kind of session are you guys about to do?
Just an easy shakeout run at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Did a long ride this morning, so yeah, just do a little bit of run.
It's pretty hilly in here, so
Yeah,
sometimes it's not always super easy, but I guess just try and keep the pace controlled up the hills, yeah?
yeah, controlled pace, soft surface, it's nice on the legs, and just get a little bit of volume after a long ride.
Yeah, a lot of our runs, even though they're easy, they're pretty hilly. So yeah, some days they're actually probably a lot slower than some people think that we would run, but yeah, it's really nice terrain and it's a really nice break from any like hard surface running. So the gravel's really nice to run on.
Yeah, we'd be lucky to get 5-minute K, better than 5-minute K average for this run.
No, it's always pretty slow, especially after like big bike and swim days. So it's really beautiful though.
Pretty white shoes.
Like sometimes I don't make the best choices, but I mean they look cool, so
They
I
do.
can just clean them.
Run was pretty good, Ash.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes it feels like a bit of a slog, but it was surprisingly okay.
I mean, I got to half step you got to half step me, bit of revenge.
Yeah, exactly.
Normally that wouldn't fly, but today we're both a bit tired, so
We just tried to be nice to each other.
yeah.
Sometimes it's kind of a hard thing being both athletes. I mean, we have to respect each other and our temperaments when we get tired. So
Highs and lows.
we've nailed it today. So
Highs and lows.
that's good. So I think for me, running in the heat and even just training in the heat, it's just really important to maybe let go of any expectations you have of the pace. It does put a huge stress on your body just trying to train in these conditions. So I feel like, of course, you can have different targets, but a lot of the time it's good to go on heart rate as your perceived efforts, because a lot of the time I'm running so much slower than I would if I'm over in Europe in some cooler air. So I always kind of just keep that in the back of my mind. But sometimes it's not easy. Sometimes I am a little bit stressed that I'm actually not very fit or not doing as well as I would like. But I know if I put in the hard work now and just keep consistent and keep slugging away, I know it pays dividends in the end. So I've just got to keep positive. Yeah, mate, we can hear you. They've got something to say. Do you want to interview them? What do you reckon about 200?
I'm not sure how much potential you've seen from me yet. I feel like I'm in part 2.0 of my career, but also like part 10.0 of my career. There's been so many different phases of my career, but I feel exceptionally invigorated right now and excited for what's to come. So I hope to think that there's a lot more potential, to be honest. I feel like there's still some things that I can really get better at and improve on. So whether that's the case or not, I'm not sure. But if I'm still thinking that way, I think that's definitely a start. Pushing your limits, I feel like it's something that every professional athlete has to do most days. But to be honest, it's something that I more associate with racing, because I think in training I probably try and keep it capped a little bit just to try and survive the day, the week, the year. And I feel like that's something which has helped me with my longevity in this sport, is to kind of save those really big days of pushing and giving it your absolute all for race day, and then not trying to do that too often in training, because you want to save it for those special moments where you're racing the best in the world.
Well, you spoke like a politician there. Yeah.
I don't care.
Maybe that's the future.
Just race.